And similarly it is mentioned in the next couplet, Mola Ali ne bari teri neend par namaz wo asr sabse jo आला खतर की है सिद्दीक बल्कि गार में जा उन पे दे चुके और हिफ्ज़े जा तो फुरूज़े गुरर की है. Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq, in the cave of Thor, he sacrifices his life. He sacrificed it. When the snake was trying to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq was in the cave and he had his foot pressed against one of the holes which he was unable to block. He blocked all the other holes with pieces of his clothing that he was wearing. One hole remained unblocked. So he put his foot there. A snake came and it repeatedly bit him. So he was repeatedly being stung by a snake, but he kept his foot there. He risked his life, and Allah Hazrat writes that he sacrificed it. And the command is that وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. Quran says, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. And do not kill yourselves, and do not thrust yourselves towards destruction. And these people, they weren't just companions of Rasulullah, but they were ulama too. They were the Khulafai Rashideen. And their actions are a proof for us. They are a hujjah for us. And the Prophet ﷺ said, "Alaykum bi sunnati wa sunnatil khulafai ar-rashideen." That binding upon you is my sunnah, my ways, and the ways of my caliphs, the Khulafai Rashideen. So he kept his foot pressed there, and he was repeatedly stung, and that would have normally taken his life. And then Allah writes, "हाँ तूने उनको जान उन्हें फेर दी नमाज, पर वो तो कर चुके थे जो करनी बशर की है." That the Prophet ﷺ, he restored the life of Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq, and he enabled Mawla Ali to offer his salah on time. हाँ तूने उनको जान उन्हें फेर दी नमाज, पर वो तो कर चुके थे जो करनी बशर की है. So he did not hesitate in demonstrating the most profound reverence, ta'zeem and taqreem and love towards Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And in that gesture, he even sacrificed his life, demonstrating thus that the reverence, ta'zeem and taqreem towards Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it surpasses one's life. When one is an ashik, and he is ashik akbar, the greatest devotee of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No other companion can reach his position. So he is the greatest after the Prophets alayhi wassalam. This is our aqidah and the aqidah of the Ahlul Sunnah. And then Allah Hazrat, he draws the conclusion after this. And without this, our salah, our sawm, our zakat, our hajj, it will not be acknowledged and accepted in the court of Allah. This is why Allah Iqbal says that शौक तेरा अगर ना हो मेरी नमाज का इमाम, मेरा qiyam bhi hijab, मेरा sujood bhi hijab. That if I do not have that passion for you, for Rasulullah, if the passion, if the love and reverence for you does not exist, in the absence of love and honor for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if that is not the imam of our salah, और सिर्फ सलाह पर बात खत्म नहीं होती, चाहे वो सोम हो, चाहे हज हो, चाहे ज़कात हो, चाहे कोई भी इबादत हो, इसी पर हम कियास कर सकते हैं कि शौक तेरा अगर ना हो मेरी नमाज का इमाम, तो फिर क़ियाम भी हिजाब है और सुजूद भी हिजाब, मेरा क़ियाम भी हिजाब, मेरा सुजूद भी हिजाब. दिस इज व्हाई द नजदी वहाबीज़, उनके आगे हिजाब ही हिजाब होते हैं, क्योंकि उनके पास शौक है ही नहीं. उनकी नमाजें, उनके रोजे, उनकी ज़कातें, उनके हज सब कुफर की खुशकी के साथ है, बदअकीदगी की खुशकी के साथ. इसलिए वो कहते हैं, इस वजह से कि नबी का ख्याल नमाज में आना ये अल-इयाज़ु बिल्लाह गधे के ख्याल से बदतर है. ये उनका अकीदा है, ये उनकी तौहीद है, दिस इज देयर तौहीद. और ये शौक हमने सिद्दीक़ अकबर में देखा, फारूक आज़म में देखा, उस्मान गनी में देखा, मौला अली में देखा, तमाम सहाबाए किराम में हमने देखा. Siddiq Akbar, it is mentioned in the hadith that when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was once coming, he was in namaz and he noticed the Prophet coming. Because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is the Kaaba's Kaaba. Kaaba ko dekh chuke, ab Kaabe ka Kaaba dekh. So he moved back so the Prophet could come and lead the salah. So they would think of the Prophet in namaz. Mawla Ali, he was thinking about the Prophet and he did not offer his salah. And he was able to offer it as ada, not qaza. Why? Nabi ke khayal ki wajah se. Qaza bhi ada ho jati hai. तो अगर नबी का ख्याल अदा में आ जाए तो वो अदा कामिल तरीन हो जाती है. That becomes kamil tareen. It becomes accepted. This is why Allah Hazrat says that after seeing these two and mentioning these two incidents of the sacrificing of the Salah of Salatul Asr and the sacrificing of the life of Abu Bakr Siddiq, he says, साबित हुआ जुमला फराइज फुरू है असलुल उसूल बंदगी उस्ताज वर्की. And this establishes that all of the faraiz, the obligations, they are of secondary importance. They are subsidiary. And the root of all obligations is servitude to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this was demonstrated by the Sahaba Kiram Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. So we will follow the sayings, the teachings and the actions of the Sahabi, not of the deviant Wahhabi. Because Allah has endorsed it. Allah has advocated that our iman should be like the iman of the Sahaba Kiram.